All right, I'm here. So let's see, Carmen. Hey, Jess, how are you? All right, let's see. Let me just put this out. Carmen, let me know if you're here. And please like the stream, guys, as you come in. Okay, Carmen, let's get started. Let's see. Yeah, it's all right. All right. This seems so heavily on my mind right now. I feel so much in her in that energy. Okay, let's see. Why is James so heavily on her mind right now? How long has there been no contact? All right, we got the Devil, the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, okay, the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Strength, the Pentacles, and the Lovers. Okay, all right, so let's see here. I mean, right away with the Devil, I know it's, for me, it feels like there's a very strong energetic pull between you and him. Um, um, it is mutual, which is why you're feeling him so intensely. The Devil shows his deep attachment, and a obsession type of energies, I'm gonna say, where both of you are still very tied to each other on a soul and physical level. The Knight of Wands and the Chariot reveal that this energy keeps rushing toward you, even if he's not acting on it in the physical. So this feels like, spiritually, energetically, you guys are still very much intertwined. I feel like he does feel an urge to move forward, but there's conflict and tension with the Five of Wands that keeps things unstable. Um, I have the Five of Cups here, and it shows that he's still processing like regret or emotional loss about the situation, while the Hierophant indicates that this connection is spiritually significant, to the both of you. Like there's a lesson or higher purpose behind it. Um, I feel like he sees you as the Queen of Wands, which is very magnetic, very confident, very beautiful, very powerful, and that draws him in every time he tries to detach. So there is a push pull for both of you. Both of you are trying to detach, but also it's just hard. It's just hard. Um, I feel like with the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups, it does show that there's still love and emotional fulfillment that he associates with you. So even in separation, even in no contact, the love energy keeps flowing between you both, right? And I feel like the Strength card being here, it shows you've both been trying to hold back, stay composed, or suppress what's being felt, but the energy is too strong. So it's like how you're feeling, he's feeling it too. It's too strong and too deep. I don't know how long you guys have been like together, or dealing with one another, but it feels like one of those connections that's gonna be a little hard to let go of. especially if you focus too much on his energy. And for him too. The Two of Pentacles and the Lovers being here, it does suggest he's trying to balance his feelings and decisions or external circumstances. But again, the connection always wins his focus. Um, that's why you're feeling him so heavily. His energy is directly focused on you, and your souls are mirroring each other's like emotional state. So the heaviness you feel, he feels it too, and I feel like he may feel it even heavier than you. 8 years he was not great. Yeah. I would say ensure he's still emotionally tied, conflicted, and magnetically pulled toward you. So it's like really like chaotic for him right now. This isn't in your head. It's an active energetic link that's very much alive. Um, yeah, it's feels too deep to let go of so easily. Like he's not gonna let go of it without a fight, is what I'm gonna say. Is he connected to anyone else? Like, is he in another connection? Let's see, what's the vibe here? Burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. So this is, could be you feeling that way. He could also feel like you're turning your back on him by cutting him off. We do have toxic here, which is drama, arguments, incompatible. And then we have soulmate, which is, and then I have twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. So it's like the good and the bad. I feel like that's what this connection is. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's very toxic. He was not loyal. That's what I was saying. Show me more, spirit. We have thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions, apology, cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awaken, and then glow up, new opportunities, new career, successful business. I feel like you have the opportunity to, if you cut this off, you may like feel even better, to be honest. Like if you decide to like walk away, you have so much going for you that's gonna come your way, like a glow up, but not just like, you know, the glow up that everybody talks about. Like I just feel like your whole life, career, your physical appearance, like your money, your love life, like everything kind of just is going to like evolve, is what I'm getting. If you were to cut ties with him. Let me get more. I want to see more on this. I don't trust him. He was not loyal. Yeah, I was getting like attachment. Like I don't get like he's in a partnership with anyone, but I felt like there was other. Yeah, there could be another circumstance or others. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I don't. I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't ask that, so I can't really say. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Um, I just answered like I asked your question, so I didn't really ask if he was. Um, it was his family. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So we have Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So that's for you. Let's see what else we get. The Golden Mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So he could come in with some love bombing for sure. We have I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, wants to date. So he could be coming in with like a fun energy and not really trying to address seriousness here. You do have abundance is saying keep a positive keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. You have both receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues, um, and then healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self love, self care, being happier. So, yeah, it's almost like I feel like If you're ready to cut things off, then do it, because I do see good things coming your way, but only you will know. Um, I do feel like why the energy is so strong is because he's very much in your energy. He's not letting go of the connection, basically. So yeah, you may very well hear from him pretty soon. So that's what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. Let me see if I get anything on this deck. Divine timing, wrong timing, stalemate, perfect timing, waiting. So intuition, gut feeling, psychic premonition, sixth sense. So you could be like intuitively feeling like he is coming up. Um, we do have hookup, one night stand, intimacy, casual relationship, fling. So like I said, I feel like he's gonna try to come in with like a fun energy and not necessarily one where he's going to be serious. And then we have truth, confession, clarity, reveal, and secret. So he may be like opening up to some things. He may. And then we have legal matters, justice, divorce, the judgment. So this is like the justice card for me. Like you're getting the answers that you're wanting, whether it's from him or whether it is intuitively. You are getting your questions answered, basically, is what we were saying. So that's what I have. It's over, been no contact, but this is hard. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You'll definitely, I feel like you're going to hear from him. And that's why you probably feel his energy so heavy, because he's maybe ready to talk. And good luck with everything. Thank you. Hi, Lucky. How are you? Okay, let's see. Make sure you like the stream as you come in, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm doing good. How are you? Lucky, let me know if you're here. All right, got you. How I'm feeling about her now. All right, the Five of Wands. I'm sorry, the Five of Swords. Okay, now the Five of Wands. No, I'm sorry. The five, sorry, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, the Chariot. All right, the Seven of Swords, the Judgment, and the Fool. All right, show me the outcome. And the Two of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Um. So with the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, it does show inner struggle and tension. Like he's been battling with his own pride, ego, or stubbornness. There's a push and pull energy where part of him wants to come forward, but another part resists because of past disagreements or the need to win in some way. So when someone is trying to win at all costs, for me, it can talk about like their ego, right? Yeah, so he's kind of feeling, he's feeling conflicted and torn when it comes to you right now. With the Chariot, he's trying to regain control of his emotions and direction. But with the Seven of Swords, it shows that he's still keeping certain feelings or truths to himself when it comes to you. He might not fully, he might not be fully honest about how much he actually cares or how much he's been thinking about you. Because I feel like he's been thinking about you a lot. Um, Especially with that Five of Wands and Five of Swords, sometimes it could talk about mental conflict. The Judgment here, it does reveal that he's reflecting deeply, maybe realizing that things he like realizing things he didn't realize before, and feeling a pull to make things right or at least face what's been left unresolved. So there's still unfinished business here, and he's like acknowledging that. With the Fool, to me, it does show he doesn't want. I'm sorry, not he doesn't. He wants a fresh start, but maybe he's nervous about taking that leap. It's like he's standing on the edge, debating whether to risk being vulnerable again or not. And I also feel like the Fool sometimes can be a little carefree. So it's like I feel like right now you're when it comes to you, there's two sides, like two sides of the coin. There's the part of him that's overthinking, that's overanalyzing, over reflecting, but then there's that other part of him that cares, that still has feelings, that wants to make something happen. Because I literally have the Ace of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So that means to me it feels like he wants a new beginning, right? But him showing up as the Fool is like, for me, it can go either way, where he just kind of be like, you know what, I'm gonna just start fresh somewhere else, like on my own, or you know what, I'll start fresh with her. So it's like there's a battle here. Um, so he has not stopped thinking about you though, which is, obviously a good thing. You're still very much on his mind, very much on his heart. So yeah, there he hasn't disconnected from you. Now in the outcome, I do have the Two of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, which is very beautiful. It does show reconciliation, mutual feelings, and I would say a willingness to rebuild, despite, excuse me, the chaos or distance, his heart is still connected to you, like I was saying, and there's potential for both of you to work things out for something more long term. Um, Basically, you two, for you, for you and him to work things out if effort is put in from both sides. So it's one of those things where it's like there has to be equal give and take, and that's what he's feeling. um in order for this to work, he feels like you both have to put in the same amount of effort. So overall, he is feeling conflicted, but he's definitely still drawn back to you. He's reflecting on what happened, and I feel like deep down he still wants to rebuild and reconnect. So yeah, he's still like half and half, but I feel like he's leaning more towards reconciling than disconnecting. So that's what I have for you, love bug. I hope that was helpful. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back. You're welcome. Okay, guys, I'm back. If you're sending for a pay reading, just let me know. I am here. What are you doing, Jess? Last night, girl, I unfollowed like I want to say 500 people. I'm chilling. I'm not tired. It's Monday. Hi, Nina. How are you? Yeah, social media is crazy. Just woke up to use the bathroom. Girl, I woke up at like 3:45 to use the bathroom. It was actually 3:44 on the dot. My sister was already up, and I honestly I didn't wake up till like 9:40. But it was like one of those nights where like I don't know how to explain it. Like I was sleeping, but I wasn't fully asleep. Cause even when I did my affirmations today, it felt weird. Cause I usually like will zone out to a point where I go like into a deep meditative state. But it's like I was in a deep meditative state, but I could still feel and see everything that was going on. So yeah. Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. Yeah, I have nights that I'm like that too. You know what I bought? I bought Dr. Teal's lavender spray. It has, I guess, melatonin. Yo, let me tell you, once I spray that, I be fucking rocked. I just read something to buy a lavender plant for the bedroom, so I'm gonna do that. Let me know if you guys send for any paid readings. As a matter of fact, let me see where they have them. I gotta go out and get one. I haven't bought a new plant in a minute. My money tree is so big. Oh shit, Lowe's has a $27 plan for $14. Let's see. How big is this plan? I want to go in there and see it. I like to pick my own plants. All right, let's see. Let's shuffle. All right. If S shows up to my party Saturday, how will it turn out with him there? Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords, the Empress reversed, the Devil, okay, the Chariot, the Magician. The outcome we have the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Um, I feel like so if he does show up at your party, I feel like things could get emotionally intense or complicated, or I wouldn't, or and or complicated fast, really fast. The Nine of Swords shows anxiety and tension already building. Both of you might be overthinking or nervous about being seen. I feel like with the Empress reverse, it suggests that your usual confidence could feel shaken. You might second guess your look, behavior, or how he's reacting to you. With the Devil and the Emperor together point to a strong physical and power driven energy. But there's also a sense of temptation and control. It's like neither of you can fully resist, yet both are aware of the risk. I feel like with the Chariot and the Magician, it shows that if you engage, things could escalate quickly, either a private moment, intense eye contact, or some kind of interaction that I want to say is going to kind of like, mm, so what I'm getting is like it's going to be so noticeable and so bold and so out there that it's only a blind person will be able to miss the intensity that is built between you both. So it's like I feel like it's going to be very noticeable. It's almost like, how can I say it? It's gonna be hard to ignore for everybody else is there. So like, I don't know if your husband is gonna be there, but even with him, if he is, I do feel like he's going to know that this is not just a regular party um goer. I feel like he's gonna know that there's something much more there. Um, I feel like that's where like tension builds because yeah, it's just gonna be noticeable. Like it's almost like it's like a unseen spotlight, if it makes sense. Like, yeah, this is not just a regular person that's here. Um, I feel like it's gonna be very noticeable, Diamond. I'm gonna be honest. Like, from the energy that I get, is going to be very much out there. Like I said, even with your like husband, he's gonna know that's just not a regular ass person that's there. Um, it feels like too intense and too heavy is what I'm gonna say. Um, yeah, that's what I'm getting. And I feel like with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, it is warning you that afterwards there's likely like emotional confusion or distance. So like let's just say like he may retreat, like S may retreat, um, because he may see stuff himself that he feels like, yeah, there's more than she lets on with her husband, it almost feels like you I'm not laughing at you, but it almost feels like they're both going to see like through this, or think they are. So it does feel like one or both of you may walk away, um, again to try to balance the situation and maintain appearances. But it does, I feel like they're both gonna kind of see right through the whole situation. Um, I feel like, yeah, like you both are gonna, they're both gonna see right through the situation. So I feel like you're gonna find yourself, I feel like you're the one that's gonna find yourself more like wanting to distance yourself because there's a lot of emotional confusion or heaviness. um I feel like experiencing like overall, like definitely expect strong attraction, tension, temptation, but also mixed emotions once the night is over. So it's almost like, yeah, like I feel like you're gonna have tension with both parties, but not just with them. I feel like people are just gonna notice, like they're gonna see right through the situation. Like whoever doesn't know about him, they're gonna see right through the situation, and it's because you guys have like one of those connections just too strong to ignore. Like I was just telling one of my friends the other day, like there's some, you just kind of be knowing who be sneaky links, right? But then you have also situations where like I have a really close, like one of my old managers, we're really really close, and like her and her husband, whenever we went out, like whenever, like I always said, like you felt the love in the room. When my parents are together, you feel the love in the room. This feels a little bit more intense. Like I feel like S is gonna see much more deeper into your relationship with your husband, and then your husband is gonna see something much deeper too. um so yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I hope he just comes for a few minutes and leave. And that's if he goes, because I don't know why I get like he may not. I don't know why I get like he may not. So, but if he does go, then yeah, that's what I would you expect that kind of situation. But I feel like he may not go, Diamond. So I feel like, I don't know, in a way you may not have to worry about it, because I feel like he may not go. Something about him, like I don't know what it is. Like he feels. I feel like he doesn't want to see something. Like I feel like he doesn't want to. Um, I feel like he may choose not to go because he doesn't want to see something he doesn't like. Yeah, he'll be seeing exactly, and that's what he's gonna come to like his own conclusion. So it's almost like fuck. You're like in a rock and a hard and right? Is it a rock and a hard place? I don't know. I don't know the scenes anymore. But yeah, that's what I feel like he may. I'm gonna just ask: is he gonna go? Is S gonna go? Because I feel like he may not. I feel like there's a strong no, but let's see. The Hangman, okay, with the Page of Pentacles. If he does go, I feel like it's going to be a last minute decision. So like right now, he's just thinking about it. That's what I was getting. I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna go. Like, I feel like he's afraid of what he may see, so he may not go just to avoid seeing something he doesn't like. And if he does go, I think it's gonna be a decision that he makes very last minute, and maybe like you said, like just goes in and like leaves. Yeah, I have a feeling like you may not have to worry about it. What birthday is this, Diamond? And Gypsy, you could go ahead and post. Um, is this like a big number? Well, not a big number. I don't. But you know, is it like one? Is it like 45, 50, 55? I know you're not over 55. I don't think you are. And if you are, I don't think that's old either. Your 50th? Okay. Ooh, that sounds fun. Are you doing like a theme diamond? I'm just being nosy. I like theme birthdays. I mean, 50 is not old though. 50 is actually young. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once you like your 30s and older are so much more fun. And you, let me tell you something. I be around people that are younger than me, and I look way better than them. Like no shade, but yeah, the girls in their 30s and 40s, like even my mom. If y'all were to see my mom looks like she's in her 30s. Like your 30s, I'm gonna be honest. My 20s, I lived my best fucking life. I would never like, you know, deny those years. But your 30s and older, way fucking better. And people do look way better. Like we just got it. No shade again to anybody in their 20s, but you'll see once you hit 30, you're gonna be like, who the fuck was that in their 20s? Then they have to. Yeah, that makes sense, Simon. And when you're like, see, in my 20s, I used to travel. I used to go out. Like I used to like when I say live my best. Did you, Diamond? Did you travel and stuff like that in your 20s? How about you, Gypsy? I think you're about like my age. No, I'm not saying that you're not just. I'm just saying, girl, trust me. 50s, not old. 30s, not old. 40s, not even like they're not even close. You're in your mid, yeah. Like in your 20, like let me tell you something. The way I see some people, like some of my cousins that live, I have a few cousins that actually travel and stuff like that. My little cousin, she's 21. She's already been out the country a few times. She lives her best life. That was me. Like in my 20s, you would never catch me at home. This is why I'm doing, like, I do this stuff here. Um, this is why I do this stuff here. I like, y'all would have never caught me at home in my 20s. That's why I'm so calm now because I was outside in my 20s. Um, you have way more money in your 20s and it is way more fun. I mean, you have way more money in your 30s and you have way more, I want to say, like, when I say a sense of freedom, I mean, you're not so worried about certain shit. Like, I remember in my 20s, I was so worried about, like, oh my God, how does this person feel? Or, like, you know, like, I cared too much about certain shit that I don't give a fuck now. Like, when people used to tell me, girl, when the older you get, the less you give a fuck about stuff. Let me tell you something. Fucking facts. Because I tell you one thing, there's a lot of shit that I cared about in my 20s that I'm so free from that shit now that I think that's why I just is whatever. Girl, you're gonna love. I love Jamaica. Like I love Jamaica. But I feel like I have like I was telling um my sisters and them, Jamaica has to be like one of those places where you just feel like, oh my God, like at least for me. And let me tell you something, because we were people that smoked weed. Um, that smoked weed. Um, we had to go to like the locals. Let me tell you the food, because in the resort we stayed in a beautiful resort, but the food was very Americanized. Um, but let me tell you something. When we went down to the locals, and at that too, that's why I was saying like all this shit with this country with like the whole race stuff. That's only in this fucking country, because when we went to fucking like when I've traveled anywhere like I'm not really too crazy about like South America and like even Mexico. I feel like they kind of always looked at Puerto Ricans like weirdly. But when we went to Jamaica, like when they found like they were like asking us like where we were from, we were saying like, and when they were like, oh y'all Puerto Rican, like, and they were showing us so much love. That's why I was like, that whole race shit is only on this fucking country. Like I couldn't believe how many people did not know Puerto Rico was U.S. territory, and so yeah, um, Jamaica you're gonna love. At least I did. I told my sister, I was like, I think we got roots there because there's just something that you feel when you know that there's roots, because I feel it in Puerto Rico, and that's the only other place I've ever felt it at was Jamaica. Um, which, you know, we all have like the same ancestors. Anyways, um, let's see. That's why I tell y'all, if you're in your 20s, go out and have fun. Don't be in the house. You should be like in my 20s. I remember I met one of my friends, like me and her were still cool. I was like 30, 30 when I met her. Probably no, because this was in, yeah, so 8 years ago. Yeah, I was 30 already. She was 22 and never went out. Like, I'm like, you don't go out to the clubs? No. You don't go out to the bar? No. What do you do? She said, I just be home. I said, if you don't get the start going the fuck out, I was like, you need to find a friend, because I was like, I don't really go out to the clubs like that anymore. But I was like, you need to find a friend that is wanting to go out to the clubs and the bars and go live your best life. And what the fuck did she do? Exactly that. If you're missing out on the bars and the clubs like at in your 20s, you're gonna want to live that in your 30s and 40s, because I have a friend that's like that too. Like Angie, she didn't do the clubs and the bars like that either, because you know she had a kid when she was really young. So like in her 40s, like now she's went through a phase where she was like going out all the time, and I could say the story because I know she don't care. But yeah, is she told me like she felt like it was like how do you say that? She felt like it was like, you know, when women go through like a whole phase in their 20s. I mean, I've never went through one, but I know people that have. But hers was just like going out like to the clubs and the bars. And I even tell her sometimes, I'm like, now I do want to plan a night for us to go out, but I'm like, girl, I cannot do the bars and the clubs like that anymore. Like I be tired. I traveled in my 20s with kids, but not out the country. Yeah, I know some of my friends did too. Yeah, that's what I did in my 20s. Travel and was a girl. They never saw me. Like family events, girl. They know. They see me now, and barely, because I barely see like be wanted to be like out. But in my 20s, I would say that's when I became a little bit more like outgoing too, because I've always been like really quiet and shy. But in my 20s, when I'm like, some of my friends, you know, they had kids. All of my friends had kids at a young age. So they couldn't always go out when I wanted to go out. So I used to have friends that would bartend, and I would just go and like get in a cab, because I didn't, in my early 20s, I didn't drive yet. But also, I never liked to drink and drive. And I will go out to the bars, to the clubs, like, but I knew people there. Um, so yeah. All right, Jesse, let me get to your question. So yeah, I would say like my little cousins, I'm like, I'd be like so proud of them. I'd be writing to them like, yeah, they're like, yeah, you inspired us. Yeah, I used to be out. Like I was like the only one in the family that was like that too. Like this year, I haven't traveled this year, but you know that means next year I'll probably be traveling, because I kind of do that. All right, so let's see. How is the Libra feeling? How is the Libra feeling towards Jesse? Okay. All right, we got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords reversed. My bad. The Ten of Swords. The Nine of Wands. Okay. the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Um, I feel like right now he's holding back a lot emotionally. Um, the Ninth reverse, it's showing that at like almost like at one point there was like excitement or like pursuit, like rushing in and feeling very drawn to you, but things didn't unfold the way he expected or like the way he wanted. This for me shows like control. Like he wanted things to flow his way, or if they don't flow his way, he's just like, nah, right? It's like almost like his way or the highway is what I'm getting from him. How Gypsy, I know you guys are how far of a distance are you guys? I don't know why I get um with the Ten of Swords, it reveals like pain or like I would say disappointment. Something happened that made him feel defeated or like he needed to protect himself. I feel like this is going back to like that one reading we did. This was a few weeks ago, maybe like over a month ago, where he was kind of like victim, acting like the victim here. Yeah, because even with the Nine of Wands, he's showing up guarded, like still standing but tired. Um, it's almost like he's been through a lot emotionally, but doesn't. He's been through a lot emotionally, and this is why he doesn't trust easily right now, or he's not trusting easily right now. Yeah, he just seems really guarded. I don't know why he feels so guarded towards you though. The Five of Pentacles, it shows that he feels um like disconnected from you. There is definitely a sense of missing you, but not knowing how to bridge the gap. So this could be, I don't know why I'm getting the physical distance being something on his mind today. Um, so I don't know how far you guys are from each other, but maybe he has a hard time seeing something working out here because of that physical distance. Um, I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, it does show he's holding feelings close to his chest, unwilling to be vulnerable. He wants control over his emotions, even if it means staying distant, right? Um, and with the Four of Cups, he's like emotionally flat, is what Spirit's saying. And it's not because he doesn't care, but more so because he's stuck in his own head and disappointment. Let's see if I get anything else. The Tower with the Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah, I just feel like he's closed off, and I feel like he's unsure of how to like again bridge the gap here, make something happen. Um, I feel like even though he still thinks of you or like and definitely misses you, it's almost like emotionally he has nothing to give to this connection. Like there's a lot of disconnect. Like even with the Tower showing up, the Tower for me can talk about rebuilding on a stronger foundation, but then you have the Ten of Cups reversed. So it's like there's emotional feelings there, but not anywhere he's willing to bring emotional fulfillment here. So that's what I have for you, Gypsy. Yeah, he seems like completely closed off emotionally. So that's what I have for you, love. You're welcome. All right, so let's see. Okay, Sarah, it's your turn. Yeah, you sound right on time. Right on time, girl. Diamond, are you still here? When are you going to Jamaica? I'm so nosy. Okay, Jesse, got you. All right, let's see, Sarah. So for your first one, let me see. Okay, they're minis. Okay, okay. Oh my God, yo, you fact that you bring up the guy Tenu T, girl, do you know that I was gonna ask you about him the other day? The last time you were in here, whenever that was, whether it was yesterday, the day before, I don't remember. Girl, I was going to ask you about him, and I even said, you know what, when I get off live, I'll send her a message. I wanted like that's crazy. All right, let's see. Letting the nurse supervisor know today that I will be taking the weekend nurse position. Okay. How will this all work out? I know my current boss will be pissed, but oh well. Yeah, let's see. How will this work out for her? So, yeah, I swear I was gonna ask you about him. And for some reason I was like I couldn't remember his he's the one that moved away, right? Because I was like, yo, I could not remember his name, but I know I was like, I wonder if he ever reached out to her. Yeah, he's definitely your energy. I would not even be surprised if he reaches out because I just got chills on just one arm. I feel like, yeah, yeah, you moved on. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, I swear. I was like, yo, what was his name? For some reason, I kept getting like the hermit card too with him. Like I don't know why. So I feel like he could be like reflecting and like, so that's maybe why you feel his energy so heavy too. All right, let's see. How will this work out for Sarah? How will this work out? So way too many cards, Spirit. Oh yeah, see, cause I remember that I was like, did he ever come back? Yeah, I literally was. I have to ask her. It's so windy over here, y'all. You say you checked him. All right, the star is here with the Four of Swords, the Seven of Wands. I feel like it's gonna work out for you. Are you gonna be working night, Sarah? Because I'm getting a need to rest. Like resting may be a little bit of a challenge. Um, but I'm also getting clarify this Four of Swords for me. I feel like it's gonna work out because the star is starting off the spread. So the star is a really, really good card to get, which is all about hope, having faith. It's renewal, it's like rebirth, and then you have the Four of Swords, which also talks about like rebirth, like after resting. The King of Cups. Clarify this Seven of Wands. Yeah, I think the challenge here will be like maybe have you worked nights or that's not your normal schedule. So maybe just getting used to the night, working at night and not resting. It's gonna take you a little while to like adjust, almost like a routine, right? It's a new routine for you. So I feel like that's the only challenge I see here. Show me more. Tell me more. Okay, yeah, I feel like yeah, that's what I feel like it's more so like challenges with adjusting your this new routine, getting adjusted to this new routine. It does feel like a new journey for you, a new beginning, a fresh start, but it may be like just a little shaky when it comes to like the routine that you have now. I see new beginnings for you. They're saying like so as far as like the work goes, I feel like the work is gonna be fine. It's more so like you and your routine. You said we have I have oh you worked okay 2 years ago. He and I hike and do lots of outdoor things on the weekend, so it will be a chat. Oh yeah, okay. I'll have to adjust my schedule or days for yeah, that makes sense. So maybe like yeah, I feel like once you get on a routine though, it kind of just flows easily. It's just right now just getting used to like working weekends and nights. That is like may feel like a challenge. Even like you getting the rest that you need on the weekends may be a little bit hard in the beginning. So that's what I have for that question. But the star is here, so the star always talks about like just having faith. It talks about like being calm. It talks about like, kind of like again a rebirth, renewal. So it is bringing you like new beginnings, like new better experiences. Um, so yeah, I feel like you'll be able to adjust. All right, let's see. All right, now it's a new. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's us. How's the new feeling towards Sarah? The the Six of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Girl, I feel like he wants to apologize. I do feel like he's been busy working, right? But I feel like he has definitely been thinking about you because I feel like he wants to apologize for the way he departed. Spirits literally said like the way he departed. So I feel like the way he departed was almost like I'm leaving everything behind and just moving on with my life, right? But I feel like now that things have settled for him, he's like, okay, I should have probably handled this differently. So I do feel like he may be coming because the pages are messengers. You may get a message from him, maybe even if it's just like extending an olive branch to like, hey, how are you? Like, how have you been? Like, what you've been up to? Catching up. I do feel that yeah, the Six of Pentacles is here. So wanting to have some type of equal give and take, some equal like exchange. And I just got the Page of Cups to clarify. So again, I'm getting a lot of curiosity around him. So this is maybe why you're feeling him heavily too. Wanting to speak to you. And again, it's a page, so it's a messenger. Like I won't be surprised if you do hear from him soon. You are showing up as the Queen of Swords, so I feel like he's seeing you as someone who's very serious, who's very honest and open, but also sets boundaries. Like you can be cutthroat. I have this allergy cough. You can be very nice, but you also can be very cutthroat. And I have the star here. See, I feel like he's hoping for like some type of renewal. And maybe why he's taken a while to reach out because he didn't feel confident enough for how things went. Yeah, but see, so this is what I get. I feel like you'll most likely hear from him. I do feel like he wants to reach out. Um, I got the strength and then I got the lovers reversed though. So I feel like it's gonna be something more so that he's gonna keep surface level and not really get too emotionally involved. Show me the lovers reverse. The Emperor is here. Show me the Emperor. With the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like it's because he doesn't feel like he could give to you what you're wanted in a relationship or like you deserve. So I do feel like you'll hear from him. I feel like he's definitely been thinking about you. And I'm getting like wanting to apologize for how he departed and like maybe not keeping in contact. If he did tell you that he would and he didn't, I do feel like he feels bad about it. But he has definitely been thinking about you a lot. So yeah, I feel like you may definitely hear from him soon. So that's what I have for your second question. And then let me know if you want to change the last one. Are you going to keep the question? All right, let's see. Anyone new coming in love? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Is there anyone new coming? I don't know why I thought it was like 3:30. It is only 1:47. Keep trying to get a discount out of me. What the heck? Like, people are crazy. I mean, I have my Etsy shop set up so like whenever someone purchases it, they get like I think it's a 10 or 15% off. Anyone new coming in? It is for Cyrus here. Anyone new coming in love? We got the Chariot, the girl, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. I feel like you do, and I feel like it's after a period of like you deciding to move forward. Let me just put him on the back burner and just be open to yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that, to be honest. So I feel like yes, and I feel like it could be coming in kind of quickly too though, because I do have the Eight of Wands. It is also a card of manifestation, things shifting pretty fastly like once you decide. So I feel like now that you've decided to like put yourself out there, you definitely do have people coming in. Show me more. um So with the Hermit, the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands, I would say like Spirit saying like take your time getting to know people. Um, don't so all right, this is how I'm saying like don't go into it focusing too much on long term. Obviously, like have your boundaries, you know what your non-negotiables are. Don't question them. Like if something shows up, you kind of just be like, yeah, no, I'm out. But I also feel like don't get too wrapped up in the future and kind of focus on the today, right? The Seven of Swords does talk about, I feel like just treading lightly with people, kind of just getting to know people and not being too, like, how can I say, like, not saying don't be open, but don't basically don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like get to know more people, especially on the dating apps, because I feel like you're gonna have options. Because the Three of Wands for me almost feels like Spirit is saying like you could sit back and relax, like talk to people, but know that like it's gonna work out regardless. You have the Two of Pentacles, so yeah, I feel like you're gonna be talking to multiple people. Um, Show me with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so you're attracting, like right now, because you're showing up as the Queen of Wands, you're in this energy where you're attracting. So you won't have to, for me, this feels like you don't, how you could tell, because I just got I'm saying, like, how can you tell? Like, what's a good sign to give you, right? I got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this is about repeating cycles. So they're saying, like, it's either, like, don't repeat the same cycles. Don't, if you're seeing like a lot of like how can I say like common things or like common like actions from people, so this could be like inconsistencies, um this could be like people that like go hard in speaking but then like don't really make plans. That for me, I feel like those are really big signs for you. um Watch out for patterns. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. See, so for me, it feels so you may, I want to say, meet a few people that are gonna show up like guarded, like people that are not given too much. So how you could tell, I would say, is definitely like the opposite, like people who are making plans and who are actually taking actions towards something. That's where you want to like, that's where you want to kind of put the energy towards. If they're not, if they're kind of like, again, repeated cycle, we always have repeated cycles until we break them. So whatever repeated cycles you've had like in love or like connections, just don't repeat them is what they're saying. um Anything else on this? Yeah, you got options, girl, because I have the Five of Wands here, so you have options. Yeah, you right now, I would say like definitely like talk to, if you can, because I know like some people just don't care to talk to multiple people at the same time. I know I'm like that, but I would say if you do have the like mental capacity and you're able to like definitely talk to multiple people, because I feel like you're going to be able to like really weave out what's there and what isn't. Kind of like breadcrumb them is what I'm getting, like breadcrumb them until like they're showing more. It helps you feel, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, boo. I hope that was helpful. You're very welcome. And good luck with everything. You got new beginnings all around you, girl. So happy for you. I'll probably be back on camera sometime this week. I'm just like relaxing. I've been doing so much hair. I just need to like relax, because if not, I've been like I get burnt out easily. I'm planning to be on to like 2:30 anyways. So this was a good time to come on at 12. I'm gonna start. That's probably gonna be my schedule for most of this week because I do like to come on in the evening, just not really late. I'm trying to get myself on a routine. You're getting a new phone. What phone do you have, Jess? I know you have an iPhone, but which one? You're welcome, Sarah, and have a good day. Oh my God, you still? That's been how long? Well, you know what? Just I had the 10. I had the 10X Max, whatever SX Max. I'm gonna probably say like 5 years too, because I think I got the 14 Max Pro now. And the only reason why I got a new phone was because that one completely crashed out on me and stopped working. But if not, girl, well, that's what happened to my 10. While I was in Puerto Rico, it got a little tiny bit of water on it. It never worked again. I should manifest it to turn back on. I just never decided to. I should try. I mean, not try. I should manifest it to turn back on. I know it's been a long time coming, but my phone still works. So I just yeah, that's how it was. I remember like initially I used to get a new phone like every year, and then after like once I got the 10, I'm like, this is the same shit. Oh shit. Who else lurking? Me. I'm lurking with you. Say no. I'm lurking on my own channel. Let me use the bathroom. I'm gonna stay on till probably like 2:30. I just did all this like bulk buying, like soaps, like menstrual stuff, baby wipes. What else I did? Toothpaste. I like to like bulk up on stuff, stock up. Um, Floss. Um, I gotta do shampoo and conditioner next. My shampoo and conditioner lasts me a while though, cause I buy the big bottle, like the huge bottle. So you know what? I want to see if I find like a gallon. Girl, I just ordered this other. Like I just wanted to try this. I always get the original, but I always buy the original because it kind of works for me the way I like. It's Dove, but what the fuck? It's called anti-stress. I'm gonna try that. And oat milk. So yeah, I bulked up on stuff. I like to do that. Like I got this cute little dresser that I like put stuff in. I'm gonna organize my clothes today because I got a few stuff that I'm gonna give away. I gotta organize my jewelry. Oh my god. Yeah, I want to be organizing some stuff. I got some stuff to get rid of. It's just a lot of shit. All right, let me use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right, my bad. All right, let's see, Jess. How is championing about Jess? I'm gonna toast it and put tomatoes and cheese. So good. I actually like sourdough bread, and it's actually really healthy. It's a healthier choice. All right, so we have the Six of Cups, the Hangman, the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I just recently found out that it is like a healthier choice. And I've eaten sourdough bread before. Ten of Cups, Four of Swords. Okay. Nine of Cups, the Ten of Wands. Clarify the Ten of Wands. All right, Spirit, clarify this Ten of Wands. The Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So I feel like he's definitely he may have been or is um reflecting on you a lot lately. It shows that he's been looking back at on past like moments, replaying memories, trying to see things from a new perspective. There's a sense of nostalgia and emotional attachment here. Like he misses the closeness or bond you once had, even if he doesn't always express it. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, it shows he sees you as grounded, nurturing, and strong, someone who's really come into her own, which I've gotten this for you before with him. I think there's just a little bit more acceptance here that you're just your own person. Um, but with the Seven of Wands, there's also a defensive or guarded energy. Um, it's like he feels he has to tread lightly or tread carefully around you, or that there's still maybe a little bit of tension that makes it hard for him to relax completely. Um, I think it's more so like treading carefully with I feel like with what he says. Um, I feel like with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Swords, it does suggest that deep down he does care about like family harmony and peace. Um, he wants things to feel right and emotionally fulfilled between you both. But he may not know how to take that step forward, right? So, um, I feel like he could be giving space or maybe like silently hoping things like time will heal whatever is between you both. So it's like he's more leaning towards openness, I would say, and like just letting you be your own person and not having too much like perspective on your decisions, I feel. Like if you were to come to him for like advice, he would give it, but I don't feel like he would give it just freely right now. At least not right now. And then you have the Nine of Cups that, for me, it shows there's still pride and love in how he sees you. He does feel a sense of happiness, or like I said, pride when he thinks about you. Um, and then you have the Ten of Wands clarified by the Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I feel like he could be carrying guilt or regret, even emotional heaviness about something that has happened um, with you guys, and that could have been like the last like disagreement you guys had. There's sadness over how things unfolded, but with the Ace of Wands, it does show a desire for a fresh start. Um, he may be hoping for a chance to like rebuild, even if he doesn't know how to express that yet. So like I feel like he's just gonna let things unfold naturally and not kind of like force them. Maybe he doesn't know how to like actually approach things where you're not so defensive is what I'm getting. Um, Let me see, because I'm getting, what is that? Does he feel like she's defensive though? What is that? Alright, the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Yeah, I feel like he feels like you are like you get defensive quickly. So this is why I feel like he's gonna like tread lightly, but he's hoping for victory is what I'm getting. Yeah, with the Six of Wands and then the Six of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like he may feel like you get defensive quickly, but he's also feeling like, you know what, she's still young, so she's still learning how to like maybe like process her own emotions without like reacting too quickly, or get a defensive. So I feel like that's maybe why you see him. He's like tries to be more soft with me or maybe giving something, but I don't know. It's just like, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like he's notices like you're still like defensive, like in general. So that's why he like treads lightning. So that makes sense why that was coming up. So that's what I have for you guys. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I completely understand. You're welcome. All right, guys, last call before I head out. I may come back on later. But it depends on the time, because if it's like really late, it'll be a type live. If it's not, then it'll be audio. So if anyone wants to send, you got like 2 minutes to do so. Not even. You got like 30 seconds. Last call for shots. What the fuck is all of this stuff? All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you later, Jess. Bye.